Hello dear students, welcome to Axiomaticos. This video is the part of the solution series for IIT JAM 2017 and we are doing this problem 17 of the section A. So it is a problem of vector calculus. Let us have a look. For a greater than 0, b greater than 0, let f vector is equal to xi minus y, xj minus yi. By this, be a planar vector field. Let C is given by this be the circle oriented anti-clockwise, then what will happen to this line integral? So you have to find out the value of the line integral. Let us firstly see what our line integral will look like, and then we will try to see that on which curve we are working. So we are working on this C curve, which is actually a circle. So let us firstly see this. Alright, so see that we are given with this line integral. I have written it properly and we are working on this curve. Alright, so this is positively oriented curve. Let us say it is C. So we have this curve C on which we have to find line integral of this. Now I want to tell you something about this line integral. So let us say this is our M and this is our N. Now I will tell you something very important. Now see this definition. So this definition is the definition of conservative vector field. What it tells us that if we have a vector field like this, then it is called conservative vector field if this happens. That is del n by del x is equal to del m by del y. Now if you will calculate in the problem, you have this your m, alright, don't consider dx in your m, alright, and dy in your n. So del n by del x and del m by del y, if you will calculate, you will get that these two quantities are equal. Now what is the meaning of this? It means that the vector field that you are given with is a conservative vector field. But see, you are talking about the partial derivative of m and n and you are partially differentiating them. Now the curve that you are given with encloses in the region that is enclosed by this curve, we have origin. Are you getting my point? So focus on this, that in the curve that is given to us, we have origin inside it. And we are talking about the partial derivatives, and you see what is your f? It is xj minus yi by b square x square plus a square y square. Now if you want to talk about differentiability of this vector field f on the region enclosed by this curve, you don't have that property of differentiability. Why it is not differentiable? Because it is not even continuous on the region that is enclosed by this C. Why? Because see, 0 0 is inside it, so you will get 0 on the denominator. So f vector is not a continuous function even. All right, so that means that questions our definitions of conservative vector field. Alright, suppose it is not happening. Suppose 0 0 is not inside your vector field, then by the definition of conservative vector field, what you know? You know that the integral, alright, the line integral will be 0. What I am saying, suppose 0 0 doesn't belongs to your region R. Region, what is R? R is the region enclosed by your given curve. Then what will happen? F of dr, because f is a conservative vector field and you are on a closed curve, it will be directly 0. This is what you know. So the answer for this problem will be D if 0 0 is not inside your curve. Are you getting my point? So it means that we cannot proceed like this. Answer cannot be 0 because 0 0 is inside it. So we have to use some different trick in order to remove this 0 0. Now we will talk about how we can remove this 0 0 from your from the region that you are given with. So see, now I have drawn something for you. It's a very important theorem. All right, not a theorem actually. It's a very important figure in the vector calculus. All right, what I have done, I have drawn a circle of radius epsilon. So the radius of this circle is epsilon. I have drawn a circle of radius epsilon. This was our original circle. All right, this was our original circle. Let us write the equation for it. So this was our original circle. X square plus y square is equal to under root of a square plus b square whole square. So the outside circle is the original one. What I did, I draw a circle of epsilon radius like this. Now if epsilon goes to 0, what will happen? These two lines will merge with the x-axis. It means that we will get our original circle. Are you getting my point or not? So now let us say that this path that we have from this point, all right, from this point and up to this point, let us say that it is C1, and from this point to this point it is C2, and this circle, let us say it is C3, and then we have C4. So it is coming like this, then like this, then like this. So now firstly try to understand what is happening. If epsilon goes to 0, all right, now let us say this complete thing that I have drawn for you, let us say it is tau, some tau, we are representing it as tau. So if epsilon goes to 0, your tau, the figure that you have, the path that you have drawn, will actually go toward the C, that the original C. Are you getting my point or not? So this is not your C that you are given with the problem. What I have drawn a circle of epsilon radius. I am telling you that if epsilon goes to 0, tau goes towards C. Now why this figure is so important? This figure is so important because finally what you did, you have erased your point 0, 0, the origin. Are you getting my point? Now inside your figure, inside your tau, origin is not inside it. Are you getting my point? So origin is not inside it. That means you can apply Green's theorem on this figure. All right, this region that we have. So in this region, because origin is not there in the region, I am talking about this region. Because origin is not inside this region, that means we can apply Green's theorem. So by applying Green's theorem, this problem will be very easy. Now let us try to see how. Now see, I am applying Green's theorem on this tau, all right, the curve tau that we have. So on this curve, positively oriented curve tau, we are applying Green's theorem, and this is equal to this. Now what do you know? You already know that del n by del x is equal to del m by del y. So this thing will be 0. That means if you are evaluating your line integral on tau, you will get 0. Now let us see what tau is made up of. Now see, along this C3, this is our C3 path, all right? So the direction for this C3 path is like this, and direction for C4 path is like this. So this is going toward this direction and this is going toward this direction. So these two are actually opposite to each other. Now because they are opposite and they are exactly same, so that means that line integral along C2 will be negative times of line integral along C4. Are you getting my point? Because they are exactly same path. So we will get this. Now because we have this, that means, alright, you are getting my point or not? You are going toward this direction and you are coming from this direction. So the both are opposite and both are same figure. So you will get this thing to be equal to this. So you will get these two things will be cancelled out. Now this imply f dot dr along C1 is equal to this f dot dr along C2. What is C2? C2 is a circle of epsilon radius. Are you getting my point? So when epsilon will goes to 0, this C1 will go toward your given curve C. What is C1? This is C1, big circle. Now the problem is very easy. Now let us try to see what we have. Now see, we have this. Now what I will do, I will use polar coordinates. All right. So y will be C2 is a circle of epsilon radius. So I will choose my y to be epsilon sine theta and x to be epsilon cos theta. All right. So if y is epsilon sine theta and x is epsilon cos theta, so if you will place it here, what we will get, let us see, x dy. So we will get epsilon cos theta into dy. So dy will be epsilon times of cos theta minus y dx. So we have epsilon sine theta minus epsilon sine theta you will get from here. So epsilon sine theta minus epsilon sine theta. So we will get plus here. On the denominator, we have this b square epsilon square sine square theta plus we have this a square epsilon square cos square theta. Sorry, I'm sorry. We have this a over here. Now you have everything written. Now let us try to find out the limit. See what we have. This is a clockwise direction. Are you getting my point? So this is a clockwise direction. That means you're going from 2 pi. This is 2 pi. All right. You are going from 2 pi towards 0. You are going from 2 pi towards 0. So we will write 2 pi towards 0. All right. So now see, on the numerator, epsilon square will be cancelled out and we will get 1 on the numerator side. So finally your integral will turn out to be this a square sine square theta plus b square cos square theta. So now let us not make this video long. Let us give this as an exercise for you. So this is an exercise for you to try to solve this integral in a general way without putting a and b something. Are you getting my point? So if you keep these a and b as it is, then how you can solve, that's the exercise. To solve this integral, it is an exercise for you. Now what I will do, in order to mark our answer, I will just put my a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 2. So if I place my a2, b2 on the denominator, what you will get? See, on the I'm sorry, there is a minus also here. Yeah, I'm sorry for that, because I'm taking this c. All right, so it's not C2 actually, it is C3. So yeah, it was C3, all right. It is not C2. So f dot dr C1 is equal to minus f dot dr of C3. All right, so one minus was already there. Now see, we are getting this. So let us take this as an exercise for you. Now if I place a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 2, what you will get on the denominator? You will get 1 by 4 outside and you will get 1. So there was minus also. So finally what you will get? 2 pi, if you will integrate, all right, sine square theta plus cos square theta will be 1. If you put a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 4. So 4 you will be outside, you will get this 2 pi by 4. Now 2 pi by 4 you are getting, that means you are getting pi by 2. So the only thing that will satisfy, see, if a is 2 and b is 2, this will be pi by 2. This is 2 pi. So it means that second option is wrong. Are you getting my point? Second is wrong. Third is also wrong. 2 pi ab, because we will not get pi by 2 when I am putting a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 2. Fourth is obviously wrong. So first is the correct answer for this problem. So it means that without actually solving this integral, you can mark your answer. But this is an exercise for you to solve this integral. All right. So I'm sorry for this. It was C3. Maybe you get confused because of this. So see, this was a trick that I was using, that sum of these 4 will be 0. Why sum of these 4 will be 0? Because del n by del x and del m by del y are equal. So using this will be cancelled and this will be equal to this. So this is what we were doing so far. So this is how you can actually solve this problem. So please remember this figure, that whenever you have origin inside of it, you can always take origin out using such kind of construction that I have done. If you have any doubt regarding this problem, you can always ask in the comment section. If you have any other doubt, you can join our WhatsApp and Telegram groups. Links are given in the description part of the video. Alright, so thank you.